In my last video, I was talking about the many subtle ways men tell you they love you, even without using the word "I love you" in conversation, okay? In today's video, I want to be talking about those silent actions that shows you that the man's love has faded. Welcome back to Lodikani Marriage School. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now, all right? Share your thoughts in the comment section, like our videos, and share it to others who may need what we are talking about here, all right? So what are these things that men do when they are no longer in love with you? It doesn't have to be in a relationship, even in marriage. A man can be living with you as a husband, but his love has waned, like his love has faded. He's just there, present, but his spirit is no longer in the marriage. The first one is emotional distancing. When we are talking about emotional distancing, I don't mean this one we say, I need my space, or you're giving him his personal space. No. When we talk about emotional distancing, it means when your partner is no longer sharing his thoughts with you, his deep feelings. He doesn't share his plans with you. He's no longer interested in whether you have anything to offer. He does everything himself. He's no longer opening up to you. Even he doesn't care about your own feeling. Whether you are angry, whether you're happy, nothing moves him. Know that his love for you has done what? Faded. Another subtle way that you will know if your husband or your partner's love for you has faded is withdrawal from physical affection. You see, some men some men love to touch, even though even when they are not saying things, but all those small, we call it touchy-feely kind of, actions, like hugging you from behind, holding your hands, bringing you close and everything, all those physical contacts that you usually enjoy from him. He's no longer doing them, but he used to do them before. That means his love for you has done what? Faded. If it's in a relationship, you should just expect that he's going to withdraw finally. But if it's in a marriage, you need to worry, because you don't want your marriage to break up. All you have to do is do what? Find out why his love for you is fading. Maybe try your best to rekindle the romance and all that. Now, what do you say about a man who usually enjoys sitting down to talk with you? Like the communication was flowing, you can, gist, chat for a long time, even on phone, even maybe through chat. He will spend his time discussing with you, communicating anything he wants. He will share it freely with you, and all of a sudden, he doesn't want to communicate. In fact, when you even push it, he will withdraw. In fact, his response to you will start being so cut, those kind of yes, no, I heard, I've heard, I will do, those kind of, cut responses. You should know that his love for you is fading. There is no two ways about it. My sister, you really need to do what? Re-strategize on how to rekindle that love in him. I know that one of the things we always want to see in our marriage is agreement all the time. Like, we want our husbands to agree with us. We don't want disagreements and everything. Yes, that's what we often, pray for, often wish for. In fact, we hunger for it. But you see, as human beings, we will sometimes disagree. Disagreement doesn't mean lack of love. But let me tell you something. If your husband, who is always raising objections to maybe what you did or what you said, is no longer disagreeing with you, my dear, his love has done what? Faded. Even if he has not died, it is what? On the road to death. What do I mean? See, if somebody is still interested in you, they will disagree with you. I told somebody one day, I only spend time trying to correct somebody I'm still interested in. If as a friend or as a younger person, I don't even have time to correct you, I don't even pay attention to your stupidity, meaning it. In fact, you just have to know that I am no longer interested in you. Now, this thing happens in marriage. If your husband becomes overly agreeable all of a sudden, or your partner is now agreeing to everything, in fact, when you say something that he would normally object to, he now agrees to it, my dear, his love is fading. Now, this point goes for those who are still courting, dating, or in any kind of relationship. If your partner is no longer including you in his future plans, just know that it is a red flag. He is no longer in love with you. Because a man who is in love with you will see you in his future. In fact, he wants to add you. Even when you are still running away or shying away or playing hard to get, he is already making plans that, plans, future plans. He's already making it with you in it. If he's in marriage and maybe the things he's saying, maybe the things he was saying you would do in 5 years to come, or making investment for your children's university, school and everything, he's no longer doing it. In fact, he is so close-lipped, like tight-lipped about them. My dear, he is no longer seeing you as the love of his life. One thing that makes marriages work and maybe helps couples to live together for a long time is shared interest and maybe care for the other person's life and everything. But when this thing is now lacking in that relationship, whether marriage or relationship, or you're still courting or dating, know that the man's love is winning. For instance, the man can just stay and call you and say, how is life, or how was your day, or showing active interest in everything that concerns you, even though he's not in it, even though he's not interested in those things. But because you are interested in it, the man will show interest in them. But when the man is no longer showing interest in your interest, that means his love has done what? Faded. Apart from showing interest in the things you pursue or the things that makes you happy or all those other goals and everything, showing interest in your feeling also means that he's still in love with you. What do I mean? When you are sad, the man will want to know why you are sad, what he can do to make you happy. All right. When you are happy, the man is happy and he's showing that he's happy because you are happy. But when he no longer cares whether you are hitting your head on the wall, whether you are lamenting for lack of money, or whether somebody made you angry, you want to vent, and he doesn't even have patience for all that, my sister, his love has done what? Faded. There's no two ways about it. The other points I've given above are always so subtle. Like they're always so silent. Sometimes you may not notice them unless you are paying attention, or you're somebody who is observant. But this one is so, in fact, it's so loud that even if you don't pay attention, you will notice it. When your man starts criticizing everything you do, know that his love for you is what? Fading. Criticism, we have constructive and we have destructive. Now, a man who loves you can criticize you, but he will do it constructively, not stripping you of your self-esteem. In fact, he will not even criticize you. He will try to correct you. But when your man is constantly criticizing you, even the things he didn't used to count before, even the things he didn't used to notice before, now he's noticing them, and he's telling you that maybe you are failing, you are a fool, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that. In fact, there are so many words to use, okay? But the point is, if he is now doing these things, please start working hard. His love for you has done what? Faded. Marriage can be so interesting and marriage can be so difficult, all right? Only thing you need to do is to pay attention. Pay attention to your spouse. Pay attention to your partner, even if you are still in a relationship, so that you will know, even though they are not saying it, you will know when they are still in love with you and when their love for you has faded. If it's in a relationship, you are lucky, you can always walk away. But if it's in a marriage, the only thing you have to do is to try to call yourself back. If there are things that you used to do that made him, fall in love with you and has been staying in love with you all this while, but you're no longer doing them, all you have to do is to do what? Go back and start doing them again. So these signs I've said in this video will tell you whether that man is still in love with you or whether his love has faded. Remember, if you didn't watch the other video, go and watch it. Those subtle signs that men used to tell you, I love you, even when they are not saying it aloud. I believe if we keep paying attention to our marriage, if we keep paying attention to our partners, our marriages will be so enjoyable and so fulfilling. I love you. I'll be seeing you in the next video.